watching MSA. It's the Devilish Angels. Let's get started.
Brianna
3 girls, 1 brilliant
in
man.
the cinema parking lot.
Wow.
Her date was 40 minutes late. Just as she was about to leave, the car door pulled open without warning.
Whoa, gotcha. Are you a
Oh,
clumsy
no, he's
dummy,
hot.
or did you plan this to fall into my arms?
How would I plan? Never mind. We probably missed half the movie, Elijah.
I booked a hall just for us. The movie
All
starts
right,
when
gentlemen,
I
you
say
rich
it
fans.
starts.
Yeah.
Once the lights went off, Brianna turned pale.
This
The
guy's
rain
not
trying to
a good
impress
date.
her.
I hate horror movies.
But you don't know what you're missing. You're
This
gonna
guy's
love
a
it, sweet
horrible
cheeks.
guy.
Trust me.
Brianna cringed as she watched with eyes half closed, and at one point, she screamed and jumped off her seat. That's
Don't worry about it,
I'm
Levi.
leaving.
Just
You call
be some
yourself
sweet
an
cheeks.
actress, but you can't appreciate this masterpiece? You're such a
Wow.
baby.
And you're such a jerk. I don't know why I agreed to this.
Want
This
me
is
to call you an
horrific.
ambulance, baby Brianna?
What the
Brianna dumped
heck?
the popcorn
Jeez.
on his head before
Way to
storming
speed
out.
run a
And
date.
then she walked straight into somebody carrying sodas and fell on her butt.
Brianna, are you okay?
Jeez, can this night get any worse?
Yeah, there are infinite possibilities.
All right,
You could
Of
get
course,
hit
now
by
the nerdy
lightning,
guys
or
here.
get robbed, or be kidnapped,
him.
or get hit by a bus. Then there are serial killers.
It wasn't really a question, dude. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I'll pay for the drinks.
I can take care of this.
Thanks. What's your name?
Wow, you don't even know my name?
Why would I?
I know your
That's
name.
why she-
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I'm, well, famous. What's your excuse?
Okay,
I mean, you're
chill.
biological.
Dang,
I
okay.
joined your school 3
Flaunting
weeks
the
ago.
famous card.
Brianna was embarrassed. The teacher did introduce some new scholarship kit, but I've hardly noticed him
Maybe
since.
Brianna
It's
deserves
okay.
that guy.
I'm not offended. It's what I'd expect from someone like you. I'm Charlie. I'll see you around.
Ooh,
He smiled and
someone
walked
like
away,
you.
and Brianna
meant
felt
to
kind of
be.
bothered. What did he mean, someone like me? Charlie knew Brianna wasn't kidding about being famous. He had seen some of her TV show on Stargirl. At school, she was surrounded by girls just like her, and guys who changed sports cars faster than clothes.
Oh,
Of course she hasn't noticed someone like me.
He's got
The
that much
3
money.
most popular girls in school chilling at a pool party was a sight to behold.
Oh,
Their
dang.
leader, Madison, was
Oh
a
my
rich
gosh, I
socialite
love
and
her.
model, and her childhood bestie Amber was an
you're
Instagram
poor.
influencer who started the weirdest fashion trends. But the most popular right now was Brianna, who joined them in
Barbie
8th grade
Angels.
and shot to fame with her teen TV series. People called them the Barbie Angels because they screamed
Not very
perfection,
catchy.
but they weren't feeling great lately.
Things are starting to get boring. It's not a challenge to get any of these guys around us, and it's even harder to lose them. I made out with a red-haired model last week, and later my
Jax?
boyfriend found a red
What?
hair on my
No,
skin.
yeah, the title
making
makes
out with
sense.
I'm the
people?
sad clown on my
these
way
people
home.
are
Shut up.
He actually
So far.
believed me. I dumped his stupid butt.
Seriously, I went on a horrible date
going.
with Elijah, and he texted me to say he was going to Korea, and we'd go out again once he returned. What made him
Okay.
think that would happen?
Crazy, right? Ugh, even blind guys are drooling over me.
I feel you, girl. Remember my blind stalker who tried to climb my bedroom window, but
Why
I
is
was
she your
taken
best
to the
character?
hospital?
Why do I need
Ew,
more
so
of her?
clumsy.
Yeah, what a dummy. Girls, we need to spice things up.
Classic,
I
right?
want to find someone really different. Make him fall in love with me, mess around with him, and then dump him. Wouldn't that
That's
be fun?
messed up.
OMG, yes.
That's my thing.
I haven't felt this excited since the 11th Harry Potter book came out.
Just then, something caught Brianna's eye, and she left.
I wasn't even done talking. Amber, do you feel sometimes that she isn't as nice as before and her fame's gone to her head?
Maybe
Her
she just
head
doesn't want to hear
does
everything you
look
have
a
to
bit
say.
smaller than usual. Anyway, who
Oh, it's the
cares,
guy.
Maddie? You've got me. I'm your favorite girl,
Team
right?
You
Amber.
know you are, babe.
Brianna had spotted the
she's
DJ
interesting.
at the
Anyways.
party, and it was Charlie, looking much cuter. Wow,
already
you're
cute.
full of surprises, DJ Charlie.
What?
I said you're
has
full
headphones.
of surprises,
What?
DJ
I
Charlie.
can't hear you.
Brianna, I heard you the first time.
Then why did you say what?
I just meant, what's the surprise?
Well, you're a scholarship student, so I thought you'd be a nerd. Didn't imagine you
Oh,
as a DJ.
Guess you have a limited imagination then.
Congratulations.
My
Yeah.
imagination's
Oh,
just
burn.
fine, thanks. In case you didn't know, I co-wrote
Oh,
the series I
chill,
acted in.
girl.
The one that's
I don't
really
care.
famous.
That reality show with a bunch of rich girls doing rich things? Yeah, my coworker made me watch a few episodes. I'll have to get your autograph for her sometime. She's a huge fan.
And with that,
But me?
Charlie
No.
switched up the music louder. Every time I speak to him, why do I
dang.
end up feeling insulted? So annoying. I have just the guy for Project Plaything, Maddie. See the DJ?
Better than the Barbie
His
Angels.
tacky t-shirt. But he's
Guess
kind of
so.
cute. Why him?
He's nothing like the guys we date. He's a scholarship student in my bio class, and he seems unimpressed by everyone at our school, including us.
Well, that's new. I
So
love
he's
a good
normal.
challenge.
The question is, will he buy it? The most popular girl in school suddenly notices him? He might think it's a prank.
We'll just have to make it believable then. Plus, no guy is immune
Maybe
to
he
my
just does
charms,
not care.
Bree. He'll be eating out of my hands in no time.
Like a baby shark.
I don't think it'll be so easy, but I'm looking forward to it. The girl's first move was to get
What the-
Madison on Charlie's radar and paint her
That's
as
not-
an angel.
Oh, that's
2 days
messed up.
later, Charlie found Madison walking into the cinema, who he instantly recognized as Brianna's friend, and she had a line of kids behind her.
Hi, could I please have 30 tickets for the new Minion movie? And whatever snacks the kids want.
Are these kids from an orphanage?
Yeah, I volunteer there, and I thought I'd treat them.
kids
It's
are
not
like,
often
"Who
that
are
they
you?"
get to go out, so I want them to have a really good time.
Wow, she doesn't even have a PR team.
She just picked him up from the street
Charlie
and brought
led
him
the
in.
excited kids into the theater, and as he was leaving,
His eyes, oh
Madison
my
touched
gosh.
his arm.
Wait, you were the DJ at a pool party recently, right?
Right. I also go to your school.
How did I not know that?
Oh, don't beat yourself up. I'm super easy to miss. I'm like a pigeon in a school of peacocks, but I prefer my own company anyway. It's the best.
I'm sure
I'm like
it
a
is.
hummingbird
Thanks for your
in
help
a
today.
flock of
Madison
seagulls.
kissed him on the cheek,
Hey!
and Charlie
Hey!
smiled awkwardly before
She's a
running
little too
off.
good at
Was
this.
the most popular girl in school just flirting with me? Nah, she probably flirts with everybody.
Later, Maddie called the others to update them. Do you think he bought your act?
She
Of
have two
course.
cell
I'm
phones.
beginning to think I'm a better actress than you are. And this is gonna be a lot easier than
No, they're just on one
The
line.
next day, when Madison walked into the
Oh, that's
cafeteria,
evil.
she
She
spotted
knows what
Charlie in a
she's
corner,
doing.
and his
She
eyes were
knows.
already on her. She helped a kid with crutches get his lunch and tipped a janitor generously before making her way to Charlie's table.
Hi, do you mind if I sit here?
Of course not. Yes, please sit.
I am sitting.
Oh, righto. You want half my sandwich? My grandma made it. The filling is probably this week's leftovers mixed together, and the bread is a
Ew.
bit stale, but it's not
Ew.
bad. I think the gravy she put inside is
This
making
guy
it,
is selling it.
what's the word I'm looking for? Moist. Yeah, it's moist.
Tempting, but I haven't had bread in years.
Just then, Charlie noticed that half the cafeteria was staring at them.
They're thinking what I'm thinking. What is a beautiful, rich model doing with me? This is clearly a prank. You know, I just remembered. The librarian asked me to feed her fish, and they'll die if I don't do it right now.
Really? Well, I can come with you.
No, I'd rather you didn't, okay? They like their privacy. The fish. They're private people.
She stared at him, and he felt more flustered as he
yeah,
reached for his bag
justice.
and ended up stepping hard on her toe. He turned to apologize and knocked his sandwich on her clothes.
I am so sorry. So sorry. Gotta run.
And later in the bathroom, as Maddie cleaned up, Brianna and Amber howled.
Will you two stop laughing?
He had to feed the librarian's fish? Girl, that is the lamest thing I have ever heard. He couldn't get away fast enough.
Oh, that was so funny too. My grandma made me this gravy sandwich. Yeah, right. His grandma came
Amber
out
is
to
my
the dead to
queen.
make him sandwich.
What? Your
Maybe
grandma
his
can't be
grandma is just
alive?
alive?
But both my grandmas
Oh my
are dead.
God.
Everyone's
Ah.
grandma's dead.
Oh my god,
What?
Fungus! He seemed smitten with me when I took those gross kids to the movies. Why is he running away from me now? Maybe I just make him really nervous.
Or maybe he isn't stupid and he's not buying your sudden interest in him.
Well, you're in the same class with him. Do something.
I'll get the teacher to make me his lab partner tomorrow.
Why
Let's
does it
see
keep
what I can
blurring?
pull off.
Does she have
Charlie
stigmatism?
just wanted some peace, but the universe literally
to
said
make it
no
like,
when he got
you know,
paired up in the lab with Brianna. Are we really gonna open up that
Why
frog?
is
There's
that
no
frog
way
hitting me
I'm
with
touching that
ribs?
thing. Charlie ignored her and started doing it
He had his
himself.
hand behind his
Oh
back
my
and
God, look
everything.
at those intestines. Ew, I'm gonna throw up.
Why don't you just stop looking at the frog? It's not like you're helping me.
Yeah, that sounds good. Anyway, I have to talk to you about something. I think Madison's really into you. Don't ask me why. The heart wants what it wants. So, I was wondering, what do you think about her?
Brianna, I don't know what you girls are up to, but I don't have time for this. I'm just here to study hard so I can
Did
get
you
into
see
a
the
good
sus
college.
poison
And
right
Madison
there?
can literally have any guy. What's with girls like you want with a poor nobody like me?
Because you
Wow,
are.
you just made us sound so arrogant and judgmental. But you've basically written us off without even knowing us.
Yeah, but it just seems that
Yeah,
way.
you did. You think girls like us wouldn't like a poor guy since
She
we're
doesn't
shallow,
even know
right?
him.
And yeah, Maddie could have any guy. But maybe
So
she saw something different in you.
manipulative.
Trust me, if it was fancy things we wanted, we don't need a guy for that. Charlie felt unsure.
Maddie is beautiful, and she seems sweet. Maybe I misjudged
Too
her.
fun to kind of be that
So,
evil,
how'd
you
it
know?
go?
Just every once in a
Brilliantly.
while.
I think I've convinced him a bit that you're genuinely into him. We've got to keep the ball rolling. Let's find out more about Charlie's personal life. Madison hired a private
Okay, so let's
investigator
spy
to
on
find
him.
out that Charlie lived with his grandma. She also found out that he worked in a small club as a DJ on weekends.
We know where we're going tonight.
Oh, please, hey, Tokyo. I've been craving sushi for weeks.
No, to this nightclub, silly. But I'll take you for sushi anywhere after the success of Project Plaything.
Later, when the Barbie Angels
Still
walked
think we
into
should
the
work on
small
this
club,
name.
all eyes turned to them, and Charlie was just as surprised. This really wasn't their kind of place.
Once he
I
sees
want her
my
to hit the
heart-stopping
quitting in the middle of the
dance
dance
moves,
floor.
he'll be following me around like a love
She's gonna go.
The girls moved to the
She's
dance
gonna go
floor
out there and do the
everyone's
floss.
attention.
Hit the
As
orange
song ended,
justice.
Madison
Oh!
walked over to Charlie.
The
One
music
in the
here
back was
is
throwing it
amazing.
back.
You're really talented.
Gee, thanks. Listen, Madison, I've been avoiding you, but I want to say I'm sorry. For that day in the cafeteria, I was such an idiot.
I'll forgive you if you dance with me.
Oh no, there's a reason why I'm in
I'm
charge of
working.
the music. Those who can't do, teach. Those who can't dance, DJ.
Come on, it can't be that bad. Just put a song on and join me.
No, really.
Oh,
Just
what?
then, Maddie lost her balance a little, and her drink fell all over the music dashboard. 2 seconds later, it stopped
Wow.
Oh my god, what did you do?
Thanks.
It was an accident.
The system's fried. The club owner's gonna fire me. You came in here just for your fun and games, but this is serious business for me, Madison. Thanks for nothing.
working. Charlie instantly felt awful as he realized everybody was staring at them, and Madison stood frozen in her spot. Then she burst into tears and ran out. Amber and
That
Brianna
was a little
ran
much,
after
but-
Madison to her car, where she lost it.
Who the heck does he think he is?
You're not crying.
You kind of call
Of
him a
course
plaything.
not. And it took all my willpower
just
to
can't
not
take it,
claw
not
his
having
eyes
it.
out.
Yeah, you
How
kinda
dare
messed
he
up.
humiliate me like that?
You ruined the
Once he
system.
falls in love with me, I'm gonna squish him like a bug.
That was brilliant. Now he's gonna feel terrible because you didn't even lash out at him. And he'll think you're the sweetest angel on earth. Oh,
makes
I
me never
underestimated you,
wanna date.
Maddie. You're the worst.
I am the worst.
Dang.
And when I'm done with him, he's gonna wish he was dead.
Charlie
what?
just couldn't face Madison in school the next day, and after a lot of begging, he finally managed to get her number from Brianna. Little did he know, the girls had decided that Brianna would be the one to talk to him, pretending to be Maddie, because she was the smoothest talker. Charlie felt super
That's
nervous as he
a
called her
little
that
shady.
night. Hello?
Awful people.
Hello?
Hi, hello, hi. Madison? It's
All right,
me.
chill.
How does he not
Charlie.
notice?
What do you want?
Listen, before you hang up, please don't hang up. I'm
not
really,
even her
really
voice.
sorry.
I get-
I just
Bounce
lost
it,
it,
okay?
and you didn't deserve that. And you didn't even scream at me or hit me, which you should have. You still can.
Charlie, I get it. You freaked out. I hope you didn't
Wow.
get fired.
I did. But it's okay. I'll find
Oh,
another
great.
date.
I'm sorry.
Are you for real? Don't say sorry to me. Do you think we could just start over?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Hi, I'm Charlie. Nerd by day, DJ by night, and I get free
late,
popcorn once a
light.
month at the cinema. You go.
What's a
I'm Madison,
month?
and I'm a famous model. Also, I've been on a diet since forever, so I don't remember what popcorn tastes like anymore.
That's
Man,
the
I wanna date
saddest
this
thing
guy.
I've ever heard.
The two ended up talking and laughing for hours, and she kept surprising him. She was funny, well-read, and had great taste in music. It was 4 a.m. when they finally said goodnight. I can't remember the last time I had such a good conversation with someone. The next day, Brianna updated Maddie on everything they'd talked about, but she didn't see Charlie in her biology class. The girls hadn't seen him at recess either. So Brianna sent him a text as Maddie, and he replied, "Grandma broke her hip this morning. I'm at the hospital.
Oh, what an
If you
excuse,
really
huh?
want to seal the deal with Charlie, you should go see his grandma."
Ew, I hate old people
Okay,
with
Madison's
their
out of the
wrinkly
picture.
skins and their weird
Yeah,
smell.
she's awful.
Come on, they're cute. Just be nice to her. Charlie will love it.
How is that
Should
going
I
to work if
really
Charlie
interact
sees
with her?
Madison
I
not
don't
acting
think I
the way
could
that
be
he talked
nice
to her on
to
the
an
phone?
old woman.
Brianna then thought of a better idea. After 3 days, Charlie's grandma was discharged, but he had one problem, the hospital bill. He decided to talk to the hospital staff about paying in installments, but then they told him that someone had already settled it.
What? Who?
Who is
The
that?
person had chosen to be
Why are there
anonymous.
pretty people
Charlie was
everywhere?
so
Even the
mad
grandma
that he revealed
is
the sender's
like the
identity.
prettiest one
Madison.
there.
I
Why did you do
suddenly
it,
need
Madison?
to go to the
What do you
emergency
mean?
You
room.
paid my grandmom's hospital bill and tried to hide it. Why?
Because I knew you wouldn't accept the money if I offered it to you, and I made you lose your gig. It's the least I could do. I care about you, Charlie.
You can have any guy you want, Maddie. Why me?
Well, I've dated enough guys from my circle to know they're
That
not very nice
doesn't
people.
sound-
They're
Ditto
mostly
pill?
after my money or fame or my parents' influence, and you don't care about any of that. You're like a breath of fresh air.
Maybe you can
But if
magically
you don't
turn
feel
her
the
into a
same
good
way,
person.
I won't hold it against you. Charlie was about to reply when his grandma called him, but he couldn't
well,
stop thinking about
Brianna is
Maddie.
the good person.
What you
Amber's
did
the
for
good
me is
person.
amazing.
That's our
I
queen.
feel scared about falling for someone like her.
Charlie hadn't come back to school for a week, but he and Brianna had been exchanging texts, as Maddie, of course. She was laughing at a meme he'd just sent when she found Elijah by her locker. Ugh, why is he back?
Just read
This
something
guy.
funny? Tell me, babe.
back
I
from
love a good
Korea.
joke.
Excuse me?
You were just laughing at your phone? I hope it's a joke and not a boy whose butt I have to kick.
What are you, my dad? Because you're definitely not my boyfriend. Stay out of my business and don't call me babe again.
I've forgiven you for
Hey.
the last tantrum, Bree. Now tell me where you'd like to have our next date.
How do I spell this out?
Give him one
for you?
good backhand.
There won't
Not.
be a next
Brianna, is this guy bothering you?
Charlie, you're back. No, we're done here.
Who's this loser? Did you wander here by mistake from
throw
some homeless
hands.
shelter?
Just leave him alone, Elijah.
Charlie
Oh.
turned around to see Maddie, and his heart skipped a beat.
What happened while I was gone? Since
Where
when
did
did
this
you
come
girls
from?
start mingling with nobodies like him?
Suddenly, Charlie walked over to Maddie, and he pulled her close.
Whoa.
I've been looking for you everywhere.
Oh. Whoa.
And then he kissed her on the lips.
I'm
Brianna was
invested.
even
What
more
did I?
surprised than Maddie at Charlie's move.
Yeah.
Part two. All right, second video, guys. Here we go.
All right, I gotta know what
Charlie
happened.
turned around to see Maddie, and his heart skipped a beat.
What happened while I was gone? Since when did you girls start mingling with nobodies like him?
Suddenly, Charlie
What
walked
did
over to
happen?
Maddie,
Where did the
and he
girls
pulled her
come from?
close.
There you are. I've been looking
Project-
for you everywhere.
Project Plaything.
I've missed you.
And then he kissed her on the lips. And Brianna was even more surprised than Maddie at Charlie's move. Elijah gritted his teeth and walked away.
Wow. What was that about?
I've been wanting to say it the whole
She's
week,
smitten.
but not on the phone. I do feel the same way. I care about you too, Maddie, a lot.
Madison hugged him and smirked at Brianna. Once everyone knew that Maddie and Charlie were dating, his life in school took a 360-degree turn. People stopped to smile at him, say hello, crack jokes.
Oh my God.
Why does it
Hey,
feel
are
like
you
even
Charlie?
the teachers are nicer to me?
The other two Barbie angels welcomed him into their gang, and being with Madison was a dream. They went on long walks, watched sunsets, ate ice cream,
Bet he's gonna
and
get his
kissed
heart
on top of a
broken by her.
Ferris wheel. But later that night,
This is a part
Brianna
of the
and
whole
Amber
plan, yeah.
cringed hearing
They got
Maddie throw up.
Plaything
Is
on it.
Charlie trying to kill me? That gross ice cream at the amusement park
What?
made me sick.
Wow.
And my
What?
feet
Chill.
hurt from the long walks. And what is so fascinating about freaking sunsets?
I think it's sweet.
Yeah, 'cause you're not the one suffering. But there is one thing about Charlie. He sure can kiss. Makes you feel like you're the only girl in the world.
Dang, I want to
The
kiss
makeout
Charlie.
details.
I mean, nothing.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Listen, Bree.
I'm sorry.
Try giving him a hint about planning fancier dates for me. I know he's poor, but come on, he's dating me.
The next day, while Charlie was watching football practice,
For
the
now.
ball suddenly came in his direction, and he gave it a strong kick back.
Hey kid, you play football?
I used to, but I don't have time now.
Come on, grab that shoe and join for a game.
Just then, Charlie caught Elijah looking at him
Kicks the
like he
ball
was
once.
a bug, and that motivated him.
Oh, yeah.
Elijah was coming
You
at him
play soccer,
aggressively,
don't you?
but Charlie dodged
Where'd you
him
get a
and kicked the
uniform
ball
from all of a
straight
sudden?
into the goal
does
post.
play
Dang,
Oh, he's
he's
just
a
a
dirty
dummy.
kid,
Soccer.
also a
You
jock.
have to join the team.
Sir, I really don't think I can commit to practice.
Kid, just try it out for a month and see if it works, okay?
Yeah, come on, kid.
Elijah, you better watch
Come
out.
on, I need
He's
this
gonna
team
give
to
you
work.
A run for your money.
Charlie ran off to the locker room to put back the cleats, but when he walked out, someone had pushed him to the ground.
What the heck, dude?
I just don't understand why a low-class idiot like you is in this school.
I'm here on scholarship, which means I earned my spot here.
But that doesn't mean you belong here.
Well, Maddie doesn't think so, and the coach.
Don't let the coach's stupid words get to your head. And as for Maddie,
let the coach hear you
gosh,
say that.
you're a
Bet you won't
moron.
be talking
Do you
so much.
really think?
Just then, someone pushed Elijah away hard. Dude, seriously, what is wrong with you?
Get him,
Why are
Brianna.
you jumping to his defense?
Because he's my friend. And what, are you threatened by a little competition on the field?
Oh, please. This loser just had beginner's luck today. I'll crush him next time. And you won't have mommy out
He
there
says
to
with
defend
doubt.
him.
He's
Elijah
gonna
and his
switch to
friends were out
steroids.
laughing
Elijah's
as Charlie
still
picked up his
missing.
bag and fished out a broken snow globe.
Great, this was for Maddie. She's so excited about her Vogue photo shoot coming out, and I wanted to give her something thoughtful.
Maybe you could do something a little extra? Rent a car, get some flowers, go out for a nice dinner? Girls like being pampered.
Wow, Wow, yeah, that sounds nice. Thanks, Brianna. Also for saving my butt. Also for calling me your friend.
You're welcome.
This is the place you were raving about? And why don't you have a reservation?
It's walk-ins
Why
only,
don't you
but
relax?
it's so worth the wait.
After 30 minutes, when they finally got a table, the place was dirty and loud.
Isn't the energy of this place something else?
Yeah.
It's exotic.
Something.
She got what she wanted.
I just felt something on my foot.
Maybe it was my foot.
But just then, a mouse jumped onto Maddie's lap.
It's scary.
Jumping around like a maniac. Then she tripped on her dress and went crashing straight
This
into
girl and
another
tripping.
table.
Oh my God. Madison, I am
She was
so
Broly for a
sorry.
second.
Why did you get me to this horrible place? And did you see all those people
didn't
who were
even try the
making
food.
videos of me? This is gonna be all over the internet.
I get why you're upset, but you know, today's video is tomorrow's old news. No one remembers these things.
Excuse me? Are you gonna explain to me how fame works? People don't forget anything.
Well, if you-
Once
if
something
you
is on
joke
the
about it
internet,
first,
it
people will
stays
get
there
over it
forever.
way fast.
People can pull it out anytime they want. Oh, this is
Can't be
officially the worst day of my life.
With that, Madison stormed out of the car. Brianna
Dang.
couldn't stop laughing as she watched Madison's video posted online. But now she had to do some
Okay,
damage control.
except in this
So she
case
called
where
him
it's just
as Maddie.
hilarious.
I've had some time to cool down, and I'm sorry for going off on you like that.
And I'm sorry about the mouse and the video. You're right, I don't know what it's like to be famous.
It's the best and the worst. It's great to have people look up to you, but sometimes they talk about you like you're not even a real person. And imagine having your failures or embarrassing moments splashed across the news as entertainment.
It sounds brutal. I'm almost glad I'm a poor nobody.
As they were talking, Charlie ended up telling Brianna all about his amazing grandma and how she'd made him apply to the school.
I just want to get myself into a good university so I can make something of myself and spoil my grandma rotten. She deserves the whole world.
Well, you're definitely the guy who'd get it for her, Charlie. Over the next few weeks, Charlie found himself bewitched and confused by Madison.
I guess
He
to him
felt
they both
closer
sound the
than
same.
ever over their late night talks, but in person, she was totally unpredictable. One moment she'd be all over him, and the next she was snapping his head off.
Oh, dang.
Do you think I'm fat?
Took me by
yeah.
Why
surprise.
did you pause before answering?
What? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said,
At least we
no.
actually care about
You
each
even
other.
looked at me before replying.
I shouldn't have looked.
Why would you look? Don't you just know?
Maddie, you're
I don't
being
like
irrational.
these rigged questions.
Now I'm crazy,
Ugh.
am I?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm not.
Said the crazy
I'm
word.
PMSing, so I'm bloated.
I haven't noticed. Really?
You're so insensitive. You have no idea what it's like to go through this every month. Right now, I feel like killing someone. And I also really want that Thai red curry ice cream.
I'll get it for you, babe. Whatever helps you feel better.
You getting out of my face would make me feel better. And yes, the ice cream. Now.
You got it.
Amber and Maddie started
You got
laughing
it.
hard as soon as Charlie was gone.
Wait, what?
What?
I really hope he gets a few tubs of that ice cream. Sounds delicious.
I'm pretty sure there's no Thai red curry ice cream, but let's see what he does. Anyway, for Christmas, my parents and I are going to our ski resort as usual, and I'm inviting you girls with your parents. Should I invite Charlie?
You have to, right? He's your boyfriend.
Yeah. And at least 3 of my exes will be there. And
Oh,
I'd rather not show
why?
up single.
Jeez.
But I'm gonna have to give Charlie a makeover before I take him.
Oh,
On
great.
his first day at the resort,
Now you're not gonna like him for
Charlie
who
slipped
he
out of his
is.
room at 5 in the morning and found Brianna waiting in the kitchen.
Oh, you're here. I almost thought you wouldn't come.
I almost thought that too. I don't know why I agreed to this early morning skiing lesson.
Because you're a good person and you like me?
wears
I'm
contacts
just
and
saving
cool
Maddie
for
some
it.
embarrassment, because you'll definitely make a fool of yourself without my help.
Couldn't agree more.
They headed out to one of the smaller slopes, and she explained skiing techniques to him. I think you're ready. Well, as ready as you'll ever be.
If I die, please break the news gently to Grandma.
You play football against Elijah.
news will probably
You'll
kill
survive this
Grandma.
too. Now don't be a wuss. Time to go! Brianna whizzed down the slope, and the cold wind in her face made her feel alive. She turned around to look at Charlie.
You only
who
told
looks
me how
like
to
a
do the
baby
pizza.
goat learning to walk. Charlie, just loosen up. Come on, I'm racing you down to the end. Charlie
is
took
a
a deep
fair
breath
race.
and relaxed. He was gaining
My
momentum
first time
and
comparing
actually
to all the
starting
time.
to enjoy
Wait
it.
for him to
Brianna
hit.
was flying ahead effortlessly, but he was catching up. But then suddenly, he was going too fast. He tried to slow down, but he just couldn't. And moments later,
Pizza!
he
Pizza!
felt himself crashing straight into Brianna, and they went tumbling into the snow.
Ugh.
Oh my god, Brianna, are you alive? Is your neck broken? Please don't
Oh
die.
my
Say something.
god!
Oh, can you shut up for just 1 second?
Yes, of course. Oh, I thought I'd killed you.
Start
Charlie
shaking her.
pulled her into a bear hug.
You're really okay?
Yeah, I just got the wind knocked out of me.
Imagine the headlines if something
Don't
had
degrade
happened to you.
yourself.
Stupid, worthless nobody injures beautiful
All
teen
right,
goddess.
chill with the
Think I'm
self-deprecation.
beautiful?
Well, duh. That's not
guy
even an
has no
opinion. It's
filter.
just a scientific fact. The sun rises in the east.
He's
Water
just
boils at
honest.
100 degrees. Brianna's beautiful. You got some snow on your face.
As they started making their way back, Brianna felt her heart racing. Oh, shake it off, Brianna. You cannot be attracted to your best friend's fake boyfriend. After
But
an
fake
exhausting
boyfriend, you
day
can.
skiing, Charlie wanted to crash, but he had to dress up for a fancy dinner instead. The seats next to Maddie were taken, so he quickly took one next to Brianna.
Please tell me, why are there 6 forks in front of me, and which one can I use to stab myself in the eye?
Oh, definitely the meat fork for a quick death. Madison
my
watched
God.
the two laughing, and she didn't like it.
I don't want her getting more attention than me, even if it's from stupid Charlie. Hey, Charlie, could you sit next to Amber, please? Her parents couldn't come, and she, broke up with her boyfriend. She could use some cheering up.
Making them
Charlie
fall in
nodded
love with you.
reluctantly and took
It's
the
not
seat
even a
next to
process.
her.
He's gonna do it to all
Amber,
3 of them.
You want to talk about
Gotta
your
be a
breakup?
love triangle.
Okay, sure.
The
Why
guy that you're
not?
supposed to admit.
It happened.
Well, I guess it would be a
3
love
years ago,
square because there's
and his name is
three
Leo.
of them.
And that's what you're sad about today?
That's a bit offensive. I'm not sad.
I love square.
Do I look sad to you?
Just then, Brianna's mom, who was sitting opposite him, spoke.
So, Charlie, where were you studying before?
Well, I was in public school in another town. I got a scholarship
final
here, so I
boss,
moved
the
with
mom.
my grandma, who raised me.
And what does your grandma do?
She's an
nothing.
amazing
She's a
healer.
grandma.
She cures people with herbal medicines and different techniques.
So she's not a real doctor?
No, not in the typical sense.
And this healer thing, it makes her enough money?
Mom, stop!
It's okay. Yeah, she earns enough. And I work at the cinema, and I also DJ on the weekends. We manage to take care of each other.
He really
There
has
was an
no filter.
uncomfortable silence, and Charlie felt his face turning hot. Then, Maddie's mom spoke with her country accent. That's sweet, honey. You seem like a brat kid, and I'm sure you'll go places one day. It's
There
funny
you
how
go.
life
Yeah,
turns
that's
around.
nice.
I thought that was gonna go way different.
I was raising little Maddie as a single teenage mom in a trailer park with nothing. And then, boom, one day I won the frickin' lottery and we were rich.
Just like
My
that.
husband
God,
and
lucky.
life's amazing now. Let's raise a toast to our blessings. Brianna looked over at
seems
Madison,
super
who
nice, so
looked
what happened
like
to
she
the
was
kid?
gonna crush her glass. She always felt ashamed of her past and that she wasn't born rich
was spoiled
like
by the
everyone
lottery
else.
money.
Just then, Amber said she wasn't feeling well, and as she was leaving, she tripped over the carpet and fell down.
Amber, are you okay? Did you hit your head?
No, I didn't. But it hurts so bad lately. And even my eyes. Like, sometimes I wake up and it takes me like 2 seconds to see the light, and I swear the lights are on. You know, I'm a scared cute mouse,
sleep
right?
with the lights
I
on?
don't sleep in the dark.
Okay, I'm gonna take her to her room to rest.
When Madison returns later to
You
the main
ever
hall,
refer to yourself
she
as
suddenly
a
overheard
scared
Brianna's
cute
mom and another woman talking.
That woman sure loves to tell her trailer park story. She's been rich for years now, but she still sounds so trashy.
Oh!
Can't buy class. And now look at Madison's choice of boyfriend. I mean, he's sweet, but no amount of designer clothes can hide where you really come from.
Madison's
designer
ears
clothes.
burned as she stormed
Dang.
off and ran straight into Charlie in the hallway.
Hey, I was looking for you. How's Amber?
Why did you say all that nonsense at dinner?
What?
Oh, I'm on scholarship, and I work at the cinema, and my granny
Okay,
does.
Madison.
okay.
It's not voodoo.
She's got crazy
and why would I
girlfriend
hide all
eyes.
that? It doesn't embarrass me. And even your mom was poor, and she's not ashamed of it.
Well, she should be. I don't know why she
Okay.
keeps telling that story so proudly. No one respects her for it, and I don't want to be reminded of the cheap
I don't
start
think you
of
should
my
be
life.
being
She
around
said
these
all that stuff because of you.
I've been trying to please you all day, Maddie, but I'm really tired now. I hate skiing, these clothes are pretentious, and I don't like talking about my grandma like that.
Charlie,
Charlie,
stormed off to
set
his
those
room,
boundaries.
packed his things, and called a cab. Charlie didn't speak to
And
Maddie
left.
for a few days, but he gave in after all her apologies.
I'm really sorry, okay? I just
her,
want my
sis.
stepdad to like you, and he's a bit...
Yeah, like what was that? Like 5 people riding a bike? Hang on.
You gotta go back,
packed his
go
things,
back.
and called a cab. Charlie didn't speak to Maddie for a few days, but he gave in after all her apologies.
I'm really sorry.
Whoa!
I wanted my stepdad to like you, and he's a bit difficult. But I shouldn't have asked you to act differently. I love you.
Well, if you really want to make it up, you'll have to spend more time with my family now.
Of course.
I volunteer at the community center for old people and take grandma there every Saturday. You should come.
Can't wait.
I love old people.
Brianna and Amber to accompany her.
Oh, this place smells like disease and something rotten.
Shut up, Maddie.
old people.
Just act normal. After they'd all met, Charlie asked Maddie to help him set up a game of musical chairs, while
Seems
Brianna
like a
joined his
dangerous
grandma.
game to
I'm
play with
so
old people.
glad to meet you girls. Charlie was certain you wouldn't make any friends at his new
Someone's
school.
gonna break a hip
You've raised a pretty nice guy.
just to get that last scare.
I didn't do much. That kid was born with a heart of gold. Once when he was 8, he came home saying he'd lost his bicycle somewhere, and I was so
stole it.
mad.
Oh!
A week later, I found him 3 streets down, teaching a little girl how to ride that bicycle. He told me that she'd lost her brother recently, and the cycle made her happy. She needed it more than he did. That's what he said. At 8. He's always been special.
Later that night, Brianna's heart felt heavy when she got Charlie's text.
Thanks for today, Maddie. It meant the world to me, and I love you.
I
Okay,
love
so
you too,
fast.
Charlie. The next day, when Brianna showed Maddie the text, she was ecstatic.
Finally, the 3 golden words. It's time for phase 3 of Project
God.
Plaything. Dump his sorry butt.
Oh, come.
Even sushi in Tokyo.
Priorities, Amber.
Maddie, he really cares about you, and dumping him out of the blue feels cruel. Can't we think of an easier way to let him down?
But this was always the plan. Are we supposed to care about his feelings now?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
We've gotten to know him, and I just think he would take this really hard.
You know what? You're right. He is a bit oversensitive. Maybe I can be really difficult the next few weeks, and then he'll just get sick of me and be happy to
He's
break
too
up.
nice for
Sounds
that.
better. Thanks. After
Look at me
Brianna
and
walked
Sora.
away, Madison turned to Amber.
Who does she suddenly think she is? Mother Teresa? I'm tired of
dang.
Charlie, and I want to pay him back for the times he was rude to me. I have the perfect plan to dump that loser. But don't say anything to Brianna, okay?
Oh, I love it when we have secrets. Just the 2 of us.
3 days later, it was Madison's birthday, and she was having a big party in a dance club with Charlie as DJ. Then suddenly, she climbed onto a table with a mic.
Don't you
May I
dare!
have everyone's attention, please?
No.
I have something to
Is
say.
that
Oh my
a stand
God.
user? Why is the JoJo
Everyone
character?
fell silent, and Brianna suddenly had a horrible feeling.
As you all know, I've turned 17 today, and I just want to start this year fresh.
Monster.
So Charlie, I'll start with you, cause I just can't fake things anymore.
No!
You are just a game to me, okay? To us. I got bored, so my girls and I decided to make you fall in love with me as a challenge. Actually, Brianna was the one who brought you to my attention. It's been fun messing around with you, but it's just made me realize that dating below my league isn't for me. I don't relate to you and
How
your
are all these
third
people
world
okay with
problems,
this?
dude. But thanks
Yeah,
for a
this
few
is
fun
cruel.
weeks, and I'm sure you'll find a nice average girl soon.
Sad thing is, the crowd's probably not gonna turn
Charlie
on him.
just stared at her, frozen in his place.
Okay, but like,
I need to know! I need to know!
Oh, they picked the best places for cliffhangers.
I hope Charlie kills them all.
Next episode, we need it.
All right, here's the third one.
Charlie just
You guys
stared
don't
at
have
her,
to wait.
frozen in his place.
This has to be some sort of joke, right? This doesn't make any sense.
He suddenly looked over at Brianna, who looked pale. His head started spinning.
I need to get out of here.
He threw his headphones aside and started running.
entire
He
place.
tripped and crashed to the floor. Suddenly, Brianna was by his side, helping him
Get
up,
off
but he
me.
pushed her away and left. Madison
Ow.
and Amber were
smile
laughing
at
like
him.
hyenas, and then someone put
Don't
on a
help
song,
me.
and they all started
This is
dancing
your
again.
fault.
Brianna marched over to Madison and pulled her aside.
Oh.
How could you do this, Maddie? You said you'd let him down easy.
No, Bree. I said I'd crush him like a bug once he fell for me. And you thought I was brilliant then. What changed?
What changed is that we found out he's a really nice guy. He didn't deserve that.
Not my problem. I wasn't
like it
gonna
shouldn't have
keep
taken this
dating
much to
him
realize
just
that,
because
but
you
okay.
suddenly decided to become a humanitarian. Now, please don't create a scene at my party.
Tears stung Brianna's eyes as she remembered Charlie's heartbroken face, and she left immediately. Brianna didn't know how she was going to face Charlie in school the next day, but he didn't show up. He wouldn't reply to any text or call, and he didn't come the entire week.
Yes! I checked, and my private plane is free this weekend. We're going to Tokyo, ladies.
What?
No way.
Why?
Well, Project Plaything is successfully over, and I promised
I'm not
Amber
going
I'd
with
take
you.
her for sushi. Remember?
Right. Well, consider me out of this plan. Brianna walked off, and a smirk spread across Madison's face.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Amber?
If you're thinking about what being stung by a butterfly feels like,
Oh my god, yes, Amber, please.
I mean about Brianna.
Amber, no! Come on, stick with the
To
program.
celebrate with us.
What?
maybe she's racist and doesn't like sushi.
Or maybe she's in love with
Well,
that trashy Charlie.
no.
Ew. Who likes trash?
Amber's just
Looks like our
constantly
Bree
paying
does.
attention. I don't think she knows
Imagine
what's going on.
crushing on
All
someone
she cares
like
about
that
is
social
sushi, and that's the only
want
thing
the
that
Amber
matters.
spin-off.
Maybe you're right. When we were at the resort, I saw those two sneaking out at 5 in the morning.
Sure, you did
I had a
sushi over there.
headache and I went down to look for some gummy bears. They always make me feel better. Maybe Charlie loves her too.
Of course he doesn't. He fell for me, not her. She's pathetic for wanting him.
That evening, Brianna went to the cinema, and she was relieved to find Charlie at the counter. She walked in, her heart pounding. Hey, Charlie. He looked up at her coldly. Can we talk?
Looks like
Do
he
you
hasn't
have a
slept.
moment? He walked out from behind the counter and went outside, and Brianna followed.
How dare you show up at my workplace and force me to talk to you?
I just need a chance to explain and apologize. Please. I know how you must feel.
How could you possibly know that when you're heartless? How evil are you, and how empty are your lives that you decided
Listen
to
to
pursue?
her. Just listen her out.
Charlie, you're right. It was cruel.
Not only did the girl that I thought I loved completely humiliated me,
Yeah,
I
why
also
would you
find
listen
out
to her?
that the
She's
person who
awful
acted
in
like
his
my
eyes.
friend is a snake.
Don't say that, please. I thought you'd listen.
Why? Because I'm a nice guy, so you thought I'd make you feel better even after treating me like dirt? And why are you here apologizing now?
I know I was a part of the whole thing, but then I got to know you, and I didn't want to do it anymore, especially after all those late night calls.
That was you? So I never talked to Madison on the phone?
No, that was all me, Charlie. And you and I, we have some connection.
What are you talking about?
Charlie.
I don't even know you. Just leave me alone. I can't take
Girl's
this anymore.
crazy if she
Charlie
thinks
sat
this is
down
gonna work.
against the wall with his head buried in his arms. Just then, his colleague came running out. He's been having a very hard time. Please, don't make it worse. Just
Hurry.
go. Brianna turned and
some
ran
thanks,
away,
coworker.
her heart about to burst.
That's his favorite.
On Monday,
That's his favorite
Brianna was
coworker.
sitting on the bleachers
I'm gonna
during
be for him
football
now.
practice when she
Yeah,
suddenly
calls
saw
me daddy.
Charlie walk onto the field. Oh, thank God, he's back.
Hey, kid, where have you been all week?
I had a family emergency.
Mind your business,
and
coach.
I'm
We ready to
quitting
play?
today, Sir.
No, Charlie. You're so talented.
I'm sorry, but I have a scholarship to maintain, and it's all I can focus on right now. Thank you for giving me an
Charlie.
opportunity, though.
I was expecting you to run off like a scatty little cat soon enough.
You gotta kick
Don't
the
trash
soccer ball,
talk,
Charlie.
Elijah.
Kick Elijah's
All right, let's
balls.
take a break, everyone.
Just then, Madison and Amber came and sat on the bleachers, and Charlie made eye contact with Maddie for a few seconds, then walked off.
Wow, he really looks heartbroken over me. And is it just me, or does Charlie look kinda hot with that broody cold face? He was just too nice before, like a puppy.
Looked like a loser before, looks like a loser now. I just knew you couldn't be dating him for real.
He's twice the guy you'll ever be.
You said something, Brianna?
Yeah, I said, he's twice the guy you'll ever be.
Oh, really?
All right.
How'd you reach that conclusion?
Well, firstly, he's clearly better than you at football. Secondly, he's definitely smarter than you. Thirdly, he's a pretty cool DJ. And fourth, and most importantly, he's not some arrogant, self-absorbed jerk like you who makes me cringe every time I look at him.
Put him in his place!
Silence as everyone stared at Brianna. Elijah forced a grin.
Elijah.
Feisty.
Go back to
I like
Korea,
that.
whatever your name is.
How about we go on that third date?
Alive, go back to Korea.
Oh my God, what?
Not even in your dreams. As Brianna started walking off, Elijah blocked her way to tease her, but she suddenly pushed him with unexpected force. He fell down a couple of steps.
Yeah.
And his knee hit the ground
I hope you get a
hard.
concussion.
What is wrong with you?
Brianna looked just as shocked by what she'd done. At the dinner table, Brianna's dad was cheerfully trying to make conversation, but Brianna seemed lost. Just then, her mom walked in, looking mad.
Brianna,
like this
do
guy.
you just enjoy making my life difficult?
Look, if this is about Elijah,
You pushed him down the bleachers?
he was pestering me,
He's
so I just
really-
pushed him away. I didn't mean for him to fall.
He's hurt his knee seriously,
How
and he's on
big
bed
him?
rest for 2 months. And his mother, my new business partner, is furious. What if she pulls out her investment?
She said it was an accident. Surely his mom would understand.
Well, it's not like Brianna hasn't rejected
Yeah, come
Elijah
on, Dad.
or been rude to him before. I don't expect his mom to
He's
understand
kind of a
anything.
jerk.
I don't care what his mom thinks.
You tell him
You
that.
don't care about me. I've built everything for you. But no, you'd rather be an actress. And now you're bent upon ruining.
Oh God, I can't have this conversation again. Just because I don't want your company doesn't mean I don't care about you. And stop trying to make me feel bad. If it's any consolation, I feel terrible already. Brianna stormed off with her
Not
mom
really, but
staring after
they'll
her.
say that in front of
She's always been difficult. But something extra's been going on with her lately. I never thought she'd be violent.
That's an exaggeration. And you never
MVP
try
Dad.
to actually talk to her.
She doesn't talk to me. I'm going to ask her
Dad.
friends what's up with her.
Charlie had returned to
Give me a
school, but he just kept his head
Don't
down.
make me stop
Get
this
your
video.
mind, Jax.
Pretended Brianna didn't exist. She
Yes?
kept her distance from him, but she also found excuses to stay away from Amber and Maddie. One day, she was reading in the empty gym during recess when Madison snatched her book.
Come on, Bree. This is getting ridiculous. It's time for an intervention.
What?
Open
We
chest.
know you're
Ugh.
going through something. Even your mom is so worried. I
her
told
down
her
the
you've been
bleachers.
avoiding us too. And well,
You've already
I
gotten
think
this
I know
violent.
what
You might
it
as
is.
well.
Take her
You
out.
lied to me about your breakup with Charlie, and I'm mad.
Pipe
But
wrench
it's
to her
not
head.
just that, right? I think you have feelings.
Snap
for
her
him.
Yes,
neck.
I have feelings, because I'm not a robot. And I'm also mad at myself for being a part of this horrible plan. It's making me think about the kind of people we are.
Kind who like to have fun.
We have everything, Maddie, and we decided to pick on the poor orphan who's working hard to support his grandma for fun?
Who the heck cares?
I care. I don't want to be
I'm
this
pretty sure
person,
the
and
poor
I don't
guy,
want to
too.
have friends
Who
like
cares?
that either.
So, are you saying you don't want to be a Barbie angel anymore?
Yeah, it's a
I
horrible
don't.
name.
No
And
one
for the
wants
record,
to be
that's
that.
a really stupid name.
Yeah!
No, I
Stupid
don't.
name!
Ungrateful. When you came to school as a nobody,
it is a
I made
stupid
you
name.
one of the most popular girls. And in case you've forgotten, I got you your first audition.
I'm an
How can I
actress.
forget? You never let me. Yes, you got me the audition, but I got the role because of my talent, and it's not a good enough reason for me to follow you and do whatever you say anymore.
Preach.
That's
We're
right.
done.
Oh,
That's
you
right.
think?
Just then, Amber fell to the
my
floor
queen!
with
Uh-oh.
Amber, get up! That's not funny.
But Amber was unresponsive.
I don't-
She'd actually fainted.
Uh-oh.
They immediately
Remember
rushed
she
her to
said
the
she wasn't
hospital,
feeling
where she
it.
Amber's my
regained
queen,
consciousness,
no.
and the doctors ordered some tests.
Oh my head. It feels like there are 1,000
No, baby
cactuses
Amber.
inside.
You're gonna be
no.
okay. Just go, Brianna. It's not like you care. You made her faint by stressing
What?
her out.
You were the
Oh
one
my,
shouting
yeah,
at me.
you stressed her
Here
out.
we
Both
go.
of you, shut up.
All of Amber's tests turned out clear. Her parents even sent her reports to the best doctors around
What's
the world.
wrong with her?
but no one could figure out her problem. Meanwhile, her headaches and fainting spells continued. But one day, Brianna's mom brought up something unexpected while visiting Amber.
Someone at work had a back problem, and she swears this healer fixed her after the doctors gave up. I know it sounds a bit ridiculous.
Oh,
but
it's gonna be
At
it's
this
gonna be his
point,
grandma.
we'll
Gonna be
try
his grandma,
anything.
yeah.
Who's this healer?
Well, these girls know her grandson. It's Charlie's grandma. Amber's parents went over to Charlie's house, and they were told she can't see them.
What did you expect? She hates us, of course.
Why is she making this personal? Why won't she help someone if she can?
Look, maybe if we go in there and convince
Made
her
it
how
personal
sorry
by
we are, she
destroying
might
her
listen.
son publicly.
The
Yeah,
three girls went over to
seriously.
Charlie's house one evening, and to their dismay, Charlie opened the door.
What are you doing here?
Don't flatter yourself.
door.
We're not here for you. We want to talk to your grandma.
She doesn't have time for people like you. I made that clear before.
Charlie, please, I need your grandma to take a look at me. Something's really wrong with my head.
You got that right.
wow.
Die.
Really, Amber is suffering, and the doctors can't figure out what's wrong.
Not my problem. You people are rich enough to find someone else. Just leave
Yeah,
me and my
get
grandma
outta here.
alone.
Wait,
I'll see her.
No, you don't have to do that, Grandma.
Step aside, Charlie.
Charlie stormed off
You've got
angrily, while Grandma
jerkitis.
led the girls to her healing room. After Amber described all
He's
her
just
symptoms,
got a touch of the
Grandma
jerk.
made her lie down and prepared her healing herbs.
She's got
Then
ligma.
started a strange ritual on her as the others watched. When she
Ligma
was done,
ball.
Grandma made Amber drink some tea.
How do you feel, dear?
I feel good. My head feels lighter. Like there was a whale sitting on it before, and now it's jumped off.
Oh, she was just
I haven't
congested.
felt like this in weeks. Thank you, thank you.
Grandma told her to come for 2 more sessions, and the girls got ready to leave. I need to apologize to you for what we did. Maybe you think I'm lying, but I really am sorry. I wish I could take it back.
I don't think you're lying, Brianna. I'll see you girls soon.
After they left, Grandma found Charlie sulking in his room.
Dang, this guy's
You
got a
turned
cool
away
room.
I like his
Amber
3
before,
pictures of
too.
cats.
Wasn't expecting
Weird cat
Why does
photo.
everyone keep expecting me to be an angel? You know what they did? They're awful.
But it's my duty to heal people.
Ah, she said
Whether
duty.
they're awful or not.
Not now.
What they
Sora,
did
this
was
is a
wrong.
touching moment.
You
Stop.
have to
I'm
let
sorry.
go of the anger and move on.
I'm trying, Grandma. I really am. I just feel so stupid. How could I let someone treat me so badly and humiliate me?
It's because you see the good in people.
Yeah, it's called being an idiot.
Don't lose that heart of gold, kid.
Dang, he's getting cynical.
After what they did. Who will really love you for it?
Mad's reasonable,
Charlie
but giving up
decided
all
not to let
hope?
the spoiled brats get to him anymore. He worked really hard for the
Get it,
midterms,
Charlie?
and when the results came, he was at the top of his class.
What are you grinning about, Charlie? Found a golden ticket in a chocolate bar?
Shut up.
Wow, I'm surprised you actually read a book. And I'm just happy about my grades, which have improved since we stopped hanging out together.
Can't talk to me like that.
she
Just
just
because your
can't take
grandma
it. She has
helped
to talk
Amber
to him still
doesn't
and
mean
everything.
you're anything special.
Who
You're
cares?
still a nobody.
I'd rather not talk to you at all, Madison. And
Bye.
thanks for making it so easy to move on from you. I can't even remember what I liked in the first place.
You go, Charlie. As Charlie walked away, Brianna impulsively called out, "Hey, Charlie, wait.
What is it?
I just wanted to say thank you to your grandma for helping Amber."
I'm sure you already thanked her.
Yeah, but I was hoping.
Charlie.
Is there no
Man,
way we could be
you
friends
ever heard
again?
of cold
We used to
shoulder?
get
This
along
guy's
so
got a whole
well.
cold
that was
body.
Rigid.
Right? And now I'd never be able to trust a word you say. So yeah, not gonna happen. But really, that was an Oscar-worthy
get out of here,
performance.
Charlie. Move
I'm
on.
sure you'll
He was
have an
talking to you,
amazing
Charlie,
career
not
as
the-
an
not the
actress.
video.
After Amber's last session, Brianna wanted to thank Charlie's grandma, so she dropped by his place with some gifts when she knew he'd be working. She was surprised to find the
Whoa,
front
no,
door
what
already
happened?
open.
Whoa,
And she
What?
gasped when she saw Grandma on the
What?
kitchen floor. Oh my God, are you okay?
Brianna, what are you doing here?
What happened?
Not so loud. You have to leave.
What?
Someone broke into the house, and he's upstairs right now.
Why is she just sitting on the
I don't
floor?
want to put you in danger.
Because she's probably a hostage.
Old
Pushing you.
lady.
Brianna heard the thief coming down the stairs and quickly locked the kitchen door and called 911. He kept kicking the door, but minutes later, when he heard the police siren, he
Oh
ran
my
out
God.
and escaped.
Who is this guy?
Description, he seems like a crazy
Whoa,
homeless
is that
guy
Giga
who's
Chad?
been bothering other people. We'll get him.
You thought that coach was...
I just
Wow.
fell when he pushed me aside, but I'm fine.
We should still get a checkup. I should call Charlie.
Sweetie, he's out of town for a day. Please don't
is he
tell
doing?
him right
Oh,
now.
probably
Well,
DJing.
you can't be here alone for the night.
I will be just fine.
But Brianna was so persistent that Grandma had to give in. Brianna took her home and made her comfortable in one of the guest rooms.
You should have asked me before inviting your guest. Maybe I would have liked to say no.
Mom, she cured Amber. Letting her stay for one night is a pretty small thing to do.
Mom may be a
Charlie
baddie, but
hurried
she's a
over to
bad
Brianna's house
person.
as soon as he was back.
Hey, is Grandma okay? She wasn't hurt, right?
She's completely fine, but
She's
she's
dead.
asleep right now. You can come in and wait.
I'm fine right here.
Charlie sat
What
down
an
on the
icebreaker,
porch
though.
seat, and Brianna turned to go back in.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just want to thank you. Grandma told me on the phone how brave you were and you didn't leave her, and then you brought her here, and you didn't have to, but I'm so grateful. What? Why are you smiling at me like that?
You sound like the old Charlie today, the one who talks too much. I missed him.
Brianna, this doesn't fix everything.
does
I
not.
appreciate what you did, but I'm wondering even now why you helped Grandma.
But it
Why do
helps.
you want to be friends with me? Why are you trying all the time to make up for what you did?
Brianna gulped and walked closer to him. There's something I need to get off my chest, so just hear me out, okay?
Getting pretty close.
Getting to know you has changed me, Charlie. You're the sweetest, kindest guy I've ever met, and nothing has ever hurt me more than hurting you. But you know what? It started feeling really bad even when you were still dating Maddie, because I realized that I was falling for you. I know I don't have the right to say that, but I just had to, or I'd explode. And I know you don't feel the same way, and it's okay, but I'm in love with you. That's all. Brianna turned to leave, but suddenly Charlie took her hand
and smacked her. Oh! And then he hit her with a KO punch. Elbow to the
cannot be
face.
serious with these cliffhangers.
No time to wait. Shut up, everyone.
Charlie took her hand, and then, to her shock, he kissed her. Brianna's mom started kissing on the porch and stormed off angrily.
Mom, why are you
knew these
peeping? That's
beggars
so
were going
weird.
to be a nuisance.
Everyone in
origin
school
story for
was
the
shocked
villain.
to see Brianna and Charlie walking into the hallway holding hands, and all anyone could talk about at recess was the brand new couple.
are they, like,
and Madison
5?
and Elijah were pissed.
I always knew Brianna wasn't really one of us, and she's proved how low
Rich
class
kids get
she
recess
is.
To think
confirmed.
that she had a chance with someone like me, and she chose that gutter rat.
Trash likes garbage.
But later in the hallway, Amber caught up with
enjoy
Charlie and
Elijah. I'm
Brianna
sure
and
he's way
gave them a
better.
hug.
You guys are so cute together, and I'm so happy
That's my
for
fave
you.
right there.
Really? I'm
That's
pretty
my
sure
crush
they
on you.
call us trash and garbage.
That's just an act from Maddie. You know how she gets? But I always knew you'd end up together. I have an eighth sense about these things, like an octopus.
Just
What?
then,
I mean,
Elijah
she
walked
did.
out of the hallway
She
and
never
Amber
said
took
anything
her.
against
Ew, it hurts
Charlie
my
and
face to
them.
look
So
at
I mean,
you
yeah,
too.
she's
When I
kind of
become
been playing
president
defense.
one day, I will ban scholarships for poor
I
people
would love
in
to
rich
vote for
schools.
her.
She winked at them as she walked off, and Charlie and Brianna couldn't help
can I get one of those
laughing. A
t-shirts?
few days later,
Yeah,
Brianna
let
and
me grab
Charlie
you one.
were hanging out in their favorite park, and Charlie could see Brianna seemed distracted.
Brianna, don't freak out, but there's a giant tarantula next to your head.
Yeah, sounds cool. Wait, what did you say?
I was kidding. Where are you lost today?
It's nothing. Well, it's not nothing. Ugh. Here, read this critic's review on the latest Stargirl episodes. It's awful.
You can't be taking this seriously. You don't sound like you have a half a brain, and your acting isn't underwhelming. Come on, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yes, he does.
You
And
could
I
just
know
say
the
it's
show
good.
isn't the best, but I had to
Not
start
bad.
somewhere, right?
Of course. And people
Maybe he
love
hasn't
it.
Except that
Watched.
the show's
He
ratings
didn't
are
know where to begin
tanking,
with, remember?
And the next
He
season
said
might
that
be
he watched some
canceled.
episodes.
Maybe Mom was right all along.
Some.
And I'm just kidding myself with this acting
The
business.
ones where
No,
she's not
you're
in
brave
it.
to pursue your dream, but you're lucky you get to do that without worrying about money. Don't give up on it.
Well, there is something I've been thinking about to boost ratings. Don't judge me, okay? I have this doctor who I could pay to make fake medical records and say I have a serious disease.
No, don't-
People would
no,
feel a
that's
lot of sympathy
horrible.
for a young suffering
Ooh.
actress, and it would jump up the views.
It's a reality show, so you'd act like you're sick?
Yeah, just to spice things up. All reality shows do stuff like that.
How much would this cost?
I mean, she's not wrong.
Like $200,000?
Wow, okay, so you'd really just spend so much money on that?
You're judging me, aren't you?
I didn't say anything.
He lay back down and fell quiet, and Brianna looked over at him. If you had $200,000 right now, what would you do with it?
You know when I was away some weeks ago? I went back to my hometown to meet an old friend. Well, we've been working on an app together. I think we have a really good idea, so yeah, I'd invest in that.
Then that's what I'll be doing with my $200,000.
What? No.
Oh
I wasn't
my
asking for
God.
money, Brianna. I don't want charity.
It's a loan.
This is
You
just a
said the app is
project.
promising.
Oh.
I'm sure you'll be able to pay me back.
Do you really mean that?
Please,
guy's
you're
invented
saving
Tinder.
me from spending it on something.
What?
stupid.
This is the Tinder story?
This is Tinder origin story.
Whoop, and
The
hugged
origin
her
story.
as she laughed. A few days later, Charlie walked into the boys' locker room to find the coach and Elijah sitting on a bench looking pale.
Coach, you called me?
Charlie, I know this is a lot to ask, but we have the season's biggest game next week, and Elijah still
Oh,
can't
he's
play.
Elijah and he's
Oh,
cruising on.
They're asking him to play.
Being a huge favor to the team.
No, you gotta hear it from Elijah.
Elijah was seething with rage, but Charlie
Yeah,
just
come on.
couldn't
He ain't
turn
gonna-
down the
he ain't
coach.
gonna say
Of
it.
course, sir. I'll see you at practice.
On the day of the
No,
match,
I would
Charlie
have
played his
made
heart
it come
out
from
as team
Elijah.
captain, and when he scored the winning goal against the school's biggest rival,
This isn't a Disney movie. That's not gonna happen.
he ran over to Brianna in the stands and kissed her in front of
Oh!
everybody.
And then he kissed his whole team.
Champions!
celebrating with the team, Charlie headed out of school. He was just a couple of blocks away when someone pushed him into an alley.
No,
He
Charlie!
looked up to see a couple of thugs, and behind
who's
them
this?
was Elijah.
What are you doing? No, Charlie, what are you doing? You've really picked the wrong guy to mess with, haven't you?
I'm not messing with you, man. I helped your team because you couldn't play. Now you want to beat me
For real?
up for that?
I
Hit him in
couldn't
his
play
bum
because
knee!
Your girlfriend caused my injury, and you're
Sora,
to blame.
tell him to take
she
out the knee.
rejected me and insulted
Yeah.
me because of you.
She rejected
I'm
you
not gonna
before
help
she
him.
even
Due to
met
small
me because
ego
you're a jerk.
syndrome.
You little weasel. You might be flying high right now, but I've been trying to warn you, you don't belong here. What makes you think Brianna is so different suddenly? How can you be sure she isn't making a fool of you again?
I'm sure. Now back off. I'm the school's hero right now. I don't think you want to mess with me.
Elijah looked ready to punch him, but some kids passed by the alley just then, and he stepped away.
This isn't over.
2 days later,
Sure it
the
is.
school was
Bye,
holding its
loser.
annual spring dance, and Brianna
Bye.
walked into the gym looking for Charlie,
Don't have
who had
trouble walking
said
on
he'd
that
meet
knee.
her there. She saw Maddie, Amber, and Elijah glaring at her from a corner, then turned away to spot Charlie talking to someone.
Hey, there you are. You look good.
She leaned in to kiss him, but he gently pushed her away.
What? No.
We need to talk. I can't delay it any longer.
Okay, you sound serious.
I'm sure he's just
What is it?
touching base.
Brianna?
He's making sure.
I'm breaking up with you.
Oh.
What? Haha, very funny.
Do I look like I'm joking?
Charlie, come on, what are you doing?
I said I'm breaking up with you.
I don't understand. Can we please?
Are you really as dumb as everyone says? I thought you were the smartest of the Barbie angels. Did
What?
you
That's
really
becoming
think
what
I
he
was in
hated
love
in
with
the
you?
beginning.
No, Brianna, I was just playing your game. When you told me how you were
This is origin
desperately
story.
in
His
love with
origin
me,
story.
I saw it as the
Double
perfect
take on
chance
her.
to take revenge. I decided to make you believe I loved you too, and then dump you publicly, just like you girls did.
Brianna stared at him.
This is
speechlessly.
cool.
Everyone
No,
stared at him,
coming.
and Charlie walked closer and leaned in.
How does that feel? Being fooled and humiliated. I thought you should experience it. Oh, also one more thing. I won't be returning the $200,000 I borrowed from you.
Oh my
Treating myself to some nice
God.
things. I figured it's
Wow.
fair compensation for everything.
Oh
you put me
my
through.
god.
With that, Charlie left while Brianna stood frozen in her spot. Suddenly, she found Amber by her side.
I'm shook.
Come on, let's get out of here.
See, once again, Amber's the
As they
queen.
walked out into the hallway, they heard Madison cackling loudly behind them.
Wow, that was epic! I've never respected Charlie more in my life. He really played a number on you, Bree Bree. And Amber, get away from her. She's not your friend anymore.
Brianna didn't respond and continued walking away.
We really broke him, didn't we, Brianna? Turned a perfectly nice guy into a heartless jerk.
More just
now,
obsessed about
that's
revenge
a high school
than a heartless
project
jerk,
I'll
but-
always remember.
Clothesline!
Suddenly, Brianna turned around and lunged at her.
Oh!
Madison screamed as she tried
Yeah!
to fight Brianna
Fight!
off.
Fight!
A few
Fight!
kids, including Amber, finally managed to pull them apart. God knows I've been wanting to hit you since the day I met you. And that's a memory I will cherish for years.
One of the thugs.
Brianna turned away and ran out, breaking out into sobs. Brianna refused to go to school and just stayed in bed for days, feeling completely miserable. One morning, a maid brought her a letter. It was from Charlie. She anxiously ripped it open, and the check she'd given him for $200,000 fell out. He didn't even use it. He was just teasing me. I really don't get this jerk. He's completely messed me up. She buried her head in her arms and started to cry, but then she stopped and picked up the check. I don't care what Charlie thinks of me. I'm gonna use this to save my show. She jumped out of bed, stuffed the check in her bag, and put on her coat. A few days later, Charlie and Grandma were watching the local news on TV when suddenly Brianna's face appeared on the screen with the headline
Crohn's
saying,
disease.
Young
Oh, man.
teen
Oh, that's not a
son
good one to have.
diagnosed with Crohn's
No.
disease. Charlie stared in shock, then his face darkened.
Poor girl. That's terrible news. Charlie, I don't know what happened between you two, but I think we should go see her.
She's lying.
What do you mean?
She's not sick, Grandma. This is all an act to get ratings and views for her show.
What? No, she wouldn't do that. Why do you have to assume the worst about people lately?
Because they are the worst. She told me of her plan to do this herself.
Well, she must have some reason. Brianna isn't like that.
Yes, she is. Why do you need to see the good in everyone, Grandma? Least of all these people. They're awful and shallow, and they think people like us are more worthless than the gum stuck to their shoes.
I made a huge
Sora eats that
mistake
gum, so back
convincing
off.
you to attend this school. I thought nothing could ever change you, but
Grandma
I
needs
was
to pull
wrong.
out the
I hardly
chocolates, set this
recognize
boy
you
right.
these days, Charlie.
Grandma walked out before
Bring
Charlie
back the
could
clothes
say
hanger.
another word. A few days later, Brianna was told someone had come to see her downstairs. She made sure she looked pale and walked weakly into the lounge to find Elijah sitting next to her mom. What are you doing here? Mom, I told you, I feel too sick to have visitors.
Brianna, please sit down. This is important.
Brianna, we both know you haven't been very nice to me, but I've always cared.
Okay.
Just crushed me the way that poor scumbag humiliated you.
What do you want, Elijah?
Oh, I don't want anything, but I brought you something that will really teach Charlie the lesson he deserves. That day at the spring dance, one of the kids standing close to you made a video.
Elijah handed her his phone, and Brianna stared at it in shock to see Charlie caught on camera saying,
How does that feel? Being fooled and humiliated. I thought you should experience it. Oh, also one more thing. I won't be returning the $200,000 I borrowed from you. I've spent it already, treating myself to some nice things. I figured it's fair compensation for everything you've put me through.
Brianna, when are you going to tell me about this? If Elijah hadn't shown me this video, I would never have checked your account and known that $200,000 have been withdrawn. How dare he threaten to not return your money?
Can't tell him now.
How can I tell Mom that Charlie returned the money? If she asked me where I spent it, I can't tell her I used it to bribe the doctor.
Brianna, answer me. Has he been making any other threats?
No, Mom, he hasn't. Please, I'm just too sick to deal with all this. He'll give it back.
Oh, you bet he will. When I sue him, I'll have my notice today.
No, I don't want to do that.
Honey, I'm not asking you to be a part of this. You just need to rest.
It's
I'll
my
take care
money,
of everything. There is no way I'm going to let some good-for-nothing beggar rob us blind.
He's treated you very poorly, Brianna. Don't worry, we'll make him pay.
Brianna got up and left the room, feeling panicked. When Mom accuses Charlie, he'll rat me out. What if the news gets out and everyone discovers that I faked my illness? My reputation will be ruined for good. Oh God, what have I done? The next night, Charlie found a courier at his door, handing him over a legal notice to appear in court the next morning. It was served by Brianna's mother, accusing him of stealing $200,000. He crumpled the paper and threw it aside, holding his head in his hands. Moments later, he got up and looked at himself in the mirror.
I gave her back the money, and she used that to bribe the doctor. But of course, she didn't tell her mom, and now she's too scared to tell the truth. So her mom thinks I still have the money and I'm some thief. If I said the truth, Brianna's reputation would be ruined. I won't stand a chance against people like them in court. Why should I suffer anymore because of Brianna? I shouldn't even go. But I will, because I'm in love with her.
But that was a really
What?
weird.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what?
And you meant to say something like that!
Oh my God, he dropped a
Chance against people like
bombshell.
them in court. Why should I suffer anymore because of Brianna? I shouldn't even go. But I will, because I'm in love with her.
The next morning in court, Brianna nervously stole glances at Charlie as she sat next to her mom and Elijah. Charlie just sat there blankly, not turning to her once.
Would the plaintiff's lawyer please read out the charges made against the defendant?
Double ruse? I'm gonna lose my mind.
Mr. Charlie is accused of the theft of $200,000 from Miss Brianna. We have submitted video evidence where he admits himself that he has no intention to return money given to him as a loan. The defendant is also accused of bullying and harassing Miss
Speak the
Brianna,
truth,
causing
Brianna.
severe
Say it.
emotional and psychological damage. We have submitted documents of Miss Brianna's recent illness triggered by extreme distress.
Objection, Your Honor. Is there
Here's
any
this man's
medical
face.
evidence to
Wait,
prove that?
can this guy
Your
see?
Honor, I know it's not my place to speak, but as a mother, I simply cannot stay silent. My only child has fallen extremely sick after being harassed by him. Her school, her work, her health, everything has been affected by his
Why is
actions.
Elijah at
Her
the desk?
doctors
He
will
doesn't
vouch
need to
Yeah,
be
why
there.
does he have to
People
do
like
it?
Charlie are
He needs to
predators
be
who
in the
prey on
back.
the feelings of rich young women to get money out of them. He must be made to pay for it.
Brianna's mom burst into tears as she took her place, while Brianna stared at her in shock. She's a better actress than I am.
Would the defendant like to say something in response to that?
Charlie rose from his seat, slowly.
No, Your Honor.
Did you intend to return the $200,000?
No, Your Honor.
And do you believe your actions have caused Miss Brianna psychological and emotional damage?
Yes,
No.
Your Honor.
Young man,
Yes.
do you understand that the charges against you are very serious? If you are unable to return the loaned money as well as damages, you could land for 2 years in prison.
Charlie looked up and hung his head.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. Since you have pleaded guilty on all counts, the court gives you a day to arrange $500,000.
No, this is enough.
Brianna, Brianna, what
Finally.
are you doing?
What I should have done before. Your Honor, I want to immediately withdraw this case. There is no case against Charlie. He returned the money, and I spent it on bribing a doctor to say that I'm sick. I did it to increase ratings and views for my stupid show. Everyone stared at Brianna in shock.
How could you lie to me like this?
Because you've made me feel like I'm a failure as an actress, and I just wanted to fix things on my own. I was feeling down, and I wasn't thinking clearly. It was desperate and stupid, and I would have never told you, but this has gone too far.
Young lady, you will be fined for wasting the court's time.
I understand.
Hey, it's my mom's fault.
I will pay it, and I am so sorry.
Case dismissed.
The judge walked out of the courtroom, and Brianna held up a hand
busy
to
for
her
this.
mom. We'll talk, but not now. Please, just leave me alone, Mom. Just go. Brianna's mom and Elijah stormed off, and soon it was just Charlie and Brianna in the room. And suddenly, Brianna pushed
Brianna's
him
kinda
really hard.
Oh my God,
person.
what is your problem?
You! I swear, Charlie, I don't understand you one bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect someone like you to.
If you hate me so much, why were you about to go to freaking jail for me instead of telling the truth?
You answered your question yourself, but I'll give you a few minutes to figure it out. I know you're slow.
What are you saying? You don't hate me? Charlie just looked at her and she started to cry. If you don't hate me, Charlie, then why did you break my heart?
Because I became a monster, Brianna. I just couldn't get over how you girls used me for entertainment. I was just so consumed by anger and revenge. But after I broke up with you, I realized that hurting someone you love is the worst
Revenge
feeling
is
in the
fickle.
world. I just couldn't expose your secrets and make you look bad, and I'm really sorry for how I've treated you.
So am I. I hate the things we've done to each other.
Listen, do you think there's any chance that we can start over? No drama, no games, no lies.
Toxicity is over. No more lies.
Love you, Brianna.
There's
I
so
know you're way out of my
much
league.
that
I
you've
always knew
done.
that. And you could find someone
fine,
else
we could all
10
start
times
over.
richer and handsomer, like you deserve to be with some movie star. But I swear I'll try to be cooler, and I won't ever hurt you again. And if you let me out,
How do I get you to stop talking?
I'll even work on that. It's a nervous tick. I'll go to a therapist. and-
Just kiss him.
Better idea. And with that, Brianna leaned in and kissed him.
Oh.
I don't
In
know
the
if
court.
I'm happy for that.
This started very
needs this from a
toxic. This is
reality
brutal.
Hey, look, they are fine, okay? It is fine. Happy ending, everybody.
Yeah, so happy.
Wow, that was 10 out of 10.
Someone please help Elmo.
No, where's Amber? I want the Amber side off right now.
Go subscribe to MSA. Oh my God, what an adventure.
Yeah,